score, just a pulse I can't ignore. No applause, no second take. Still, it's real, not a mistake. Listen to the music, let it bend the shape of air. Doesn't lead, doesn't follow, but it's always, always there. It won't ask me who I am or demand that I belong. It just plays. So I stay and I listen to the song. Keys are scattered by the door, groceries still on the floor. Nothing folded, nothing planned, still it holds me like a hand. Even silence makes a sound. In this quiet I am found, not for purpose, not for peace, but because I get to see. Listen to the music, not to solve or to escape, but to echo something human in a barely human shape. It won't fix, it won't explain, but it fits like falling rain. And I listen, I just listen, with no need to entertain. No crescendo, no refrain, still the meaning will remain. Even if the chords are wrong, even if I don't belong. Curtains pulled but not too tight, lampshade glows a crooked light. This is not the end or start, just a place to place my heart. All I know is in this room, dust and rhythm, quiet bloom. No confessions, no reply, just the sound and not the why. Listen to the music when the world forgets my name. It won't love, it won't forgive, but it stays and stays the same. Like a voice that doesn't fade, like a night I chose to stay. So I listen, yes I listen. Let the song become the day. Let it fill the empty space, not with reason, just with grace. No resolution, no demand, only sound, and still I stand. Glass of water, no more wine. Ceiling fan and quiet time. I don't need the world to spin, just the moment breathing in. One light bulb above the sink, washing off what I don't think. Dinner's late, the world feels slow. That's exactly how I know this is not a place to run, not a game that must be won, but a moment I allow. No agenda, only now. Listen to the music, no instruction, no design. It just lives behind the silence, like a frame that holds the line. Not a language, not a law, still it knows me better than I saw. So I stay and I listen to the music. Phone face down and curtains drawn, I forgot what time it's on. Still the chords arrive on cue, not for them, not just for you. Maybe peace is not the point, not a lesson to anoint, but a sound that doesn't change in a world that rearranged. Listen to the music in the hum behind the day. It won't tell me what I should be, but it doesn't drift away. Every moment that won't speak has a tone, a tiny leak. So I wait cure, but the only thing that's sure, listen to the music like a breath I didn't name. No applause, no perfect moment, but it always stays the same. Doesn't guide, doesn't pull, but it echoes something full. So I stay and I listen to the music. No crescendo, no regret, only rhythm in the wet of the hour I didn't plan. Still it holds me like I am.
Streetlights flicker, fading light. Tastic seats at 12:05. Breath condenses on the glass. I let the silence slowly pass. Traffic comes a broken key. City sleeping without me. I don't want a louder voice, only space without the choice. Take the moment, let it breathe. No more rush, no need to leave. Messages I never send. Songs I play but never end. Let it drift into the static. Doesn't beg, it doesn't chase. Listen to the music, not the answers, not the place. It's not comfort, not escape, just a tone I need to face. No reaction, no defense, only rhythm makes more sense. Headphones in but nothing loud. In this pause I leave the crowd. There's no beat to count the day, but the echo doesn't stray. Everything I can't describe lingers in the half alive. Not a prayer, not a plan, but it fits the shape I am. Let it drift into the static. Doesn't beg, it doesn't chase. Listen to the music, not the questions, not the grace. It won't tell me who I was, but it hums without a cause. Not a light, not a guide, but the only thing that's white. No one hears the same refrain. Still we hold it just the same. Every loop a different thread. Every drop a word unsaid. Midnight turns to something slow. Breathing patterns I don't know. Nothing moves but I'm still here, with a song I barely hear. No perfection, no reward, no applause I could afford. Still it stays and never rests. Still it holds me without masks. Let it drift into the static. Doesn't beg, it doesn't chase. Listen to the music, not the ending, not the grace. It's not purpose, not relief, just a space beneath belief. And I stay, yes I stay, in the space where it can play. Not a meaning, not a myth, just a presence I'm here with. Not a future I can prove, just a sound that doesn't move. Nothing here and nothing done. Still the sound remains the same, not for meaning, not for name.
Towels cold, shower runs but never bold. Soap half used, no need to rush. Morning comes without a crush. No alarms, no calls to take, just the weight that habits make. Breathing slow inside the steam, let the moment hold the theme. It doesn't ask for me to care, it just lingers in the air. No emotion, no excuse, just the hum I didn't choose. Listen to the music in the sound the water makes. Not for healing, not for breaks. Dripped against ceramic white, somehow feels exactly right. Not a song I have to play, but the echo knows the way. Towels hang like silent hands, nothing here the world demands. Still I feel the rhythm bend, in a space I don't defend. It doesn't pull, it doesn't press, still it fits within the mess. Not a question, not a claim, just a pattern without name. Listen to the music in the tiles and in the drain. Doesn't comfort, doesn't blame. Not a playlist I design, but a pulse I always find. Even water holds the key to a quiet melody. Ceiling flickers, grata stain. Nothing here needs to be tamed. Still I stand and let it be. Let the sound flow over me. Not a triumph, not a loss, just a moment I don't gloss. It's not peace and not escape, but it somehow forms a shape. It won't ask what I've been through, doesn't judge what I undo, but it's here and so I stay. In the silence it will play. Listen to the music, not in songs, but in the day and the way it slips away. Till we're wrapped in mirror fog, still the rhythm isn't locked, but it plays in minor lines in the web between the times. Neon numbers on the stove, 3:14 and half a loaf. Tastic wrap and blinking light, kitchen's humming through the night. Barefoot steps on vinyl tile, ceiling buzz that stays a while. Empty fridge and open hands, this is where the silence stands. No reaction, no mistake, just the sound the hours make. Not a question, not a rule, but a thread that pulls me through. Listen to the music, not for joy or to pretend, or to keep from reaching in. Washing cup I didn't use, stack of bills and morning news. Microwave resets again, as if that's a kind of friend. Everything that didn't start plays like rhythm in the it echoes in my chest. Even if I leave it be, it will stay inside of me. Salt and paper, missing cap, folded napkin in my lap. I don't speak and I don't move, still the room begins to groove. Empty chair across from mine plays a beat without a line. It's not comfort, it's not pain, but it pulses just the same. Doesn't fix the way I feel, but it tells me I am real, and it stays, no need to prove, just the reason I don't move. Listen to the music, not for noise, not for the sound, but for staying somehow found. Timer blinks, the coffee's gone, still the rhythm lingers on, in the space I didn't choose, in the pulse I didn't lose.
Gravel crunches under feet, early light and vacant street. Buses hiss then fade away. Clouds above, no need to say. No one waits, no signs to read. Still I follow where I lead. Empty bench, a plastic cup. Birds are warm and silence up. Not a chorus, not a creed, just the tempo that I need. No direction, no excuse. Still the moment finds its use. Listen to the music, not in lyrics, not in lines, but in space the sun defines. Crosswalk blinks but doesn't shout. Step by step the noise runs out. Even window obeys the pace, slowing down this moving place. Cars appear and then recede, like a thought I didn't need. Everything I can't explain keeps its rhythm in the frame. Not a signal, not a code, still it plays beneath the road. Not a soundtrack, not a cue, but it holds the day in view. Listen to the music in the breath the morning keeps, and the moment as it sleeps. Not for answers, not for praise, still it underlies my days. Even if I walk alone, something hums I do not own. Plastic bag along the fence, ballad made of no pretense. Shoes untied, I still don't trip. Every beat a subtle slip. Cracks in pavement, birds and trees, rising slow in minor keys. Even if the world won't speak, there's a rhythm I can keep. It won't tell me how to feel, but it proves the moment's real. It's not bright, it's not obscure, but it's always there and sure. Listen to the music, not to name or to erase, but to stay within the space. Mailbox open, sky turns white, still the beat holds soft and light. In the stretch of road I take, in the breath I do not
pictures, not from screens, but from everything between. Ad posters and stuffed shoes, signals flashing, faded hues. Someone yawns, someone stares, but the rhythm's always there. Leaning gently as we turn, friction hums and metal learns. Every track a moving line, built from sound and borrowed time. No reaction, no alarm, still it pulses through my arm. Not a guide and not a map, but it folds me in its lap. Listen to the music, not to change or to replace, but to meet me in the space. I don't know who comes or leaves, but the rail beneath believes. Every stop and every start marks a beat within my heart. Coughs and pages, drifting sand, past and future both unspent. No arrival, no retreat, only rhythm at my feet. Close the eyes, ignore the speed. All I am is all I need. Even when I don't belong, still the movement makes me strong. It won't lift, it won't defend, but it never has to bend. Not a language I can prove, but the reason I still move. Listen to the music, not for mercy, not for fame, but because it speaks my name. Sliding doors and muted tone, still the cadence guides me home. Even through the underground, I am carried by the sound. Early shadows on the grass, dew still clings but starts to pass. Park bench damp but no one cares. Shoes off near the climbing stairs. Leaves above like hanging time. Breath held still in measured rhyme. No alarms, no need to speak. Just the stillness I can keep. Listen to the music in the rustle of the shade. Not performed and not rehearsed, but in everything that stays. It won't guide, it won't console, but it feels what I can't hold. Listen to the music in the rhythm of the fall. Water fountain squeaks then hums. Spirals gather sugar crumbs. Someone jogs, a stroller turns. Someone else just slowly learns. Children laugh then disappear. Still the cadence lingers near. No direction, nothing planned.
music, in the way the grass reclines. It's not searching for applause, but it threads between the lines. It won't ask me to improve, but it lets me simply move. Listen to the music, and the silence starts to groove. It's not art, it's not a dream. It's not loud enough to scream, but it stays in every breath, and it's never chased by death. Clouds roll in without regret. Nothing said and nothing said. Even silence finds its pace in the softness of this place. I don't need to write it down. It already knows the sound. Listen to the music when the world forgets your name. It won't fix the broken hours, but it shows you're not to blame. It won't lift you like a song, but it's there and it belongs. Listen to the music, and you'll know you still belong. Sunlight filters through the leaves. Something gentle, something breathes. Not a lesson, not a prayer, just a rhythm